going to invite Grace Sexton, who is the chair of our finance committee, to come forward and offer us a stewardship witness, to give us a glimpse of where he himself is seeing a future with hope. So, Gray, we welcome you this morning.
Good morning and welcome to St. John's on this beautiful Sabbath Sunday. What could be more fitting than Lane's selection of these words from Jeremiah to provide for our stewardship witness and campaign? For surely I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans for your welfare and not for harm, to give you a future with hope. A future with hope. I cannot imagine anything more inspiring or more appropriate than the idea of a future with hope. I actually joined St. John's 45 years ago, but then I wandered in the wilderness for 40 of those 45 years until the occurrence of a memorial service, and either fortune or providence brought me back to St. John's about 6 years ago, to our fellowship, to our beautiful music, to our inspiring messages, to a brighter future, to a better world. In the fall of 2019, Lane asked me if I would chair the finance committee. We had plenty of money, plenty of resources. It would be a walk in the park. January and February were as planned, and then the bottom fell out. Our world was turned upside down. A future with hope was replaced by the prospect of despair. The church doors closed. There were no services. There was no collection of tithes and offerings. I felt responsible for the finances of the church, and I did not see a path forward. But then those handmaidens of hope, providence, energy, determination, and the will of God became manifest. It all began for me on March the 15th, 2020, when Pastor Lane decided we should have a drive-through collection. How else were we ever going to fund this church other than standing out in the parking lot and seeing if someone might want to come by and give us a check? So I enlisted my buddy, Sandra Kirkendall, with the prospect that for the next few Sundays, she and I would waylay people in the parking lot and see if we could collect some money. Those few Sundays turned into 54 Sundays in the parking lot. What an inspiration that was for me. How many wonderful people I met. How many gracious and generous and loving members of St. John's that I did not know did I meet. How many friends who were not members of St. John's used that as an opportunity to witness for God and to give back what we have received. But drive-through was not the only thing that happened. Through the leadership of our staff, we began to have services, not in the sanctuary, but online. I was introduced to Zoom. Maybe Zoom is the new normal. I don't know. But somehow, over the next year, this church not only managed to meet all of its financial obligations, we paid our apportionment, we did everything that we needed to do, and we were able to make things go as well as they have done for the past few years. Through this period of time, somehow we maintained every program that we had previously maintained. The Shepherd's Market, which I have always thought was the true ministry for this church, doubled the number of people who were responsible to that church for their sustenance and for the support of their family. Open Doors became an expanded program. Online giving enabled us to provide all of the programs, pay all of the bills, maintain all of our salaries, take care of our beautiful facilities, and to do everything that was necessary for God's will. I am so proud to be a member of St. John's. 2022 promises to be brighter, but maybe not as bright as we had hoped. The virus has not gone away. Church attendance is recovering. Who among us has not been impacted by COVID? Yet hope springs eternal. The darkest days are behind us, and 2022 really begins on October the 31st. I did not fully understand the importance of pledging until I became a member of the Finance Committee. Pledging enables the church's staff to plan for the future, to budget, to plan for air conditioning compressors that go out when you really don't need them to go out, to deal with hurricanes, to deal with recovering Sunday attendance, to deal with trees that fall at the wrong time, that financial circumstances get in the way of our ministry. Through budgeting, we are able to maintain our apportionment. We're able to plan for all those things that are so important to this church. The Open Doors Ministry, the Shepherd's Market, all of our outreach programs that are so vital to this community and to this ministry. There are 4 ways that we have arranged for giving this year. We will mail pledge cards out on October the 17th. We have a website. You can give online. We'll have cards here in the sanctuary and in the office. And you can call me. I have a full tank of gas. I will come to your home and collect a pledge card if you will just let me know. Nothing is more important to this church's future than pledges which enable us to plan for the future and to ensure that we do everything that God intends for us to do. I know that you will join me in sharing God's gifts, a future with hope. October the 31st is really the beginning of 2022. Thank you.